Hello everyone, you join me as I'm on a walk with my trusty little dog. Hope you like her, she's a Cavapoo. It's gonna start pouring it down. If it does, we might have to film this a bit later on. But I wanted to discuss my general thoughts on where we are at with both football and also refereeing within the country. But not just that. It's been a common theme recently, especially with the Rodri injury, about the issues surrounding overplaying matches, too many matches for players, that sort of thing. I'm going to put the hood up. Started absolutely yeeting it down. So, I wanted to sort of give my thoughts. Now, it's a weird one, isn't it? If you think about it. Because players have paid extortionate amounts of money to kick around the football pitch. But, equally, player welfare. They're like being herded like cattle at the moment. They've been told to play numerous amounts of games. The most successful players playing 70, 80 a week, especially with the new Champions League format. And Rodri, obviously, publicly, and Bernardo Silva and Alisson have criticised it recently. And I do tend to agree. When you think about it, it's not humane for someone to be forced to play that many games. And they are people as well. To be a professional footballer, how taxing it is on the body. These are professional athletes that train constantly. But equally how taxing it is on the mind to stay focused to that ability all the time. And yeah, to play like if they're from Watford or whatever, they're not going to play 70 odd games with a Club World Cup or what have you. But there comes a point where surely money has to take a second sort of priority within football. Maybe at some point humanity will win. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. Might have to stop recording in a minute if the dog ends up, doing a business or whatever. But so that's the first bit. Now, I'm an Arsenal fan for you, those of you who don't know. I've been following the Arsenal since I was about 2. I don't know, ages, longer than anything really. They're my passion. I would say I'm probably one of the more passionate fans. Obviously, there's a lot out there in terms of not just Arsenal but other clubs. Here's something funny. My dog doesn't like bridges, so here she is. The bridge here, as you can see. Watch this. Watch this. Come on. Come on. See, he refuses. I have to pick her up at every bridge we come to ever. Which it is what it is, but this is her, Ottie. But yeah, I wanted to just sort of discuss some things around football, really. I don't know about you, but I started getting a bit fatigued. Not as in fatigued as in not supporting Arsenal. I very much care. But I used to be a bit indifferent. Sorry, I used to never feel this way, but now I'm a bit indifferent to the midweek group stage Champions League games, the midweek Carabao Cup games. We've got Bolton tonight. And I don't see a reason for it. And my big reason is they're adding so much games to the calendar, increasing the Champions League games, etc. And especially with a team such as Arsenal, who's so concentrated on winning the league and maybe the Champions League. Obviously, I don't think that'll happen, but it sort of takes away the priority from the other competitions. Now, I want my team to be successful. I want us to win trophies. Growing up, I loved it when we won the FA Cup in 2014, 2015, etc. But it's not fulfilling at the moment. And it brings me to another thing. I'm worried that the product of football in general is becoming so much, the companies like Sky are giving us so much, that eventually it's going to be convoluted. And not because the quality of football will change or anything like that. They're all elite athletes. But oversaturation, maybe. I used to watch, when I was young, hundreds of games, like a season. Not just Arsenal. I watched sometimes. Like, I'd go on to whatever site you'd want. I'd click on a streaming website. We'll extend it. We're on a field. I'd click on a streaming website or what have you. And if there was like some Romanian second division team or something, I was that into football and that in love, because I have played all my life, not to a professional standard, but it was my passion, you know. So I used to watch quite literally any game that was on, and now I just don't. And yeah, part of it will be growing up. 1,000,000% will be growing up. I'm now 25, turn that on the weekend. I've got a house, that sort of thing. But it's hard, because it can't all be just me getting old. Priorities changing, that sort of thing. I don't enjoy it as much as I did 2 years ago even. And I think it's oversaturation. Let's let her off. Hang on. Ox, come here. And oversaturation of the market, if that becomes throughout other people caring less or what have you, then surely that's only a negative for the television companies. So is it not in their best interest to play less games? I don't know. For those of you who don't know, Arsenal are Bolton tonight. I was planning to do a sort of preview, sort of say, maybe discuss the team news or what have you. This is just a thought I had. Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one. It is a hard one, especially with regards to, where's she gone? Oh, there. In a field. In regards to just football in general, like what's next? Because it's very clear they're trying to push more games, Club World Cup, Super League, whatever. But at what point is it going to be enough is enough? And I know money's in it. Money makes the world go round, so to speak. But I don't know. We'll see. But then, I suppose, it's a hard one because, like, do the Premier League even see it? Is engagement even dropping? I know that Perez, the Real Madrid president, obviously said people nowadays want to see 50-minute games or whatever because youngsters' engagement's dropping. Is that true? And if that is the case, surely it makes sense for football to stop these long-form competitions. Does that make sense? I don't know. Hopefully it does. The final thing I'll discuss. Sorry, the dog went mental in the long grass. The final thing I'll discuss is the flack that Arsenal seem to be getting from the Man City game. I don't understand it at all. We got a lot of flack for parking the bus when they went down to 10 men against Man City. It's almost like we're the bad guys of football. Now I know it's Arsenal. For whatever reason, they've never been liked in the media. That is what it is. Maybe the case with most clubs. I suppose what I'm simply trying to say is I don't understand the backlash. Went down to 10 men stupidly. I don't think it should have been a red card. I never want to see a red card for that sort of thing. But either way, Trossard gets sent off for that. Can't really complain because he did kick the ball away, I guess. But we then had 10 men for 55 minutes and did what needed to be done. How can anyone, how can anyone criticise that? Please tell me, because they have done what other teams couldn't. They've defended the best defensive team in the world so valiantly, and they haven't acted in a manner whereby a player throws a ball someone's head is facing the other way, or it says, oh, show humbleness or whatever. Be humble. It's City really who are the bad guys in that situation, surely. But the media wouldn't have you believe that. Is that a disgrace? Is that right? Probably not. But City are the media darlings because they make the most success. That's the way it's going to be until we change that. Hopefully we can win tonight. I'm expecting a load of kids to play. Be interesting to see how we get on here at Bolton. But yeah, there's just some ramblings out on my dog walk. Hope you have enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.